What is good? It is your boy Father Mac, and we are here with the first video on the channel. Um, we're gonna be talking about the crazy trade deadline in the past 48 hours. It's been a little crazy. A lot of rumors, a lot of things went down. So I just want to get on here, talk about it with y'all, and you know, have some fun with it. This is my first video on here. Um, this is the type of content I'll probably be putting out, mixing it up a little bit, probably do some streaming and all that. But this is my bread and butter here. I like this a lot. So anyway, the first trade we are gonna be talking about, we're just gonna be covering the main big ones because there was a ton of trades. So I just want to get on here, speak my thoughts of the main trades. And first one we're gonna be talking about is Jaren Jackson Jr. going to the Utah Jazz. Now, this trade shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, a lot. Like, Memphis gave Jaren Jackson Jr., John Concord, Jock Landale, and Vince Williams to the Jazz. For Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, George Niang, and 3 future first round picks. Now, I was shocked at this at first. I'm like, the Jazz, they're one of the worst teams in the West, if not one of the worst teams record wise in the league. And the more, past 2 days I've thought about it. I actually like this trade a lot for the Jazz. I mean, you get paired the double bigs up together with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Lauri Markkanen. Um, that'll be a pretty decent lineup having those two big guys in there, and especially once Walker Kessler comes back next season, I think it's gonna help a lot defensively, and having Jaren Jackson Jr. and Walker Kessler down there at the same time. I mean, that's really good for the Jazz, and also having a young guy like Keontae George, and then like I said, having Lauri Markkanen and all them. I like this move a lot for the Jazz. It's building them up for next season. I ain't gonna lie, next season I'd be a little scared of the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? As a Lakers fan, I think they're gonna be on the come up for sure, and I think they're a team to watch out for sure. But talk about the Jazz a little bit. Let's talk about the Grizzlies getting. I don't even care about Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, George Niang. Like, I don't care about them. Walter Clayton Jr. He's a cool guy. He's shown some flashes time to time again, being, you know, a good player. But 3 future first round picks, I like that a lot for the Grizzlies because they have, I'm pretty sure, like 13, 14, somewhere in that range, first round picks now because they got 4 for Bane, and then just got 3 for Jaren Jackson Jr. Um, and yeah, I'm honestly surprised that Jaren got traded before Ja, like this comment right here. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but the value on Ja is so low at the moment, so I think they were asking for too much for Ja. But I like this haul right here for Memphis for sure. Send them up with picks. They're in full rebuild mode. I don't know how many more games Ja's gonna be playing. Um, with the Grizzlies, obviously deadline's finished. I think Ja will get traded by the offseason for sure. Um, I'm surprised he didn't get traded today. Honestly, I seen some reports that they were asking for way too much for him, and like I said, his value has dropped a lot, especially this past season. And yeah, overall, I think the Jazz. I like this for the Jazz. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a lot for the Jazz. So yeah, that's the first trade. Let's go on to the next one. Oh my goodness, Anthony Davis, my guy. This is my guy. I love AD so much. Like one of my favorite LeBron teammates. And Dallas Mavericks traded Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, following around AD once again, Dante Exum to the Wizards for Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, and 2 first round picks and 3 second rounders. I like this for the Wizards a lot. A lot. Let me tell you why. That's another team that is one of the worst records in the league, and they bought at the deadline. You don't see that a lot. Is when bad teams buy at the deadline. It doesn't happen a lot. Um, but the Wizards did. They're definitely thinking of setting up a good team for next year. Trae Young and Anthony Davis together, that's gonna be fun. And then you also got Alex Sarr, um, Trey Johnson, who I like a lot for Washington. Man, they're a good mix of young and vets on the team. I think Washington definitely can make some noise for sure next season because I don't think Trae Young is gonna be back this year. I don't think he'll pick up a basketball this season. Anthony Davis, I don't know if he will either. I mean, if you're the Wizards front office, you can be like, sit AD down because he didn't want that surgery and want to come back and play. But you sit him down, say, hey, get that surgery, sit out a little bit, maybe get a top 5 pick, and then you set yourself up possibly for trying to get Peterson, DeBonta, all the big guys who's getting drafted this year. Um, but I like this a lot for the the Wizards. And and honestly, the Mavs basically traded Luka Doncic for. At the end of the day, Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, 3 first-round picks because they only got 1 from the Lakers, and then 3 second-rounders. That's basically what they gave up Luka Doncic for. Which I mean, I don't know. I know Mavs fans are not gonna be happy about that for years to come. But y'all got Cooper Flag now, so guy's a dog. And honestly, out of all places I thought AD was gonna get traded, Wizards never crossed my mind. It shocked me. It shocked me a lot. But I like what they're cooking up over there. I mean, they got the young core. I mean, Alex Sarr learning around Anthony Davis. I think that is just gonna be amazing for Alex Sarr. He's a really good player. I like him a lot. You know, I think this is just great for the Wizards at the end of the day. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch for sure next season, for sure. Alrighty. Next one we got Clippers trading James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland and a 2nd-round pick. James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not going to lie. That offense is going to be scary. I mean, you have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden as your 2 guards just tearing up. Oh my goodness. I like this for the Cavs. And it's honestly crazy to me. The Cavs kind of had to give up a pick in this situation um, to get rid of Darius Garland. It's kind of crazy they had to give up a pick. But at the end of the day, it is James Harden, so I kind of get it a little bit. But yeah, I think, this might set up the window for LeBron to possibly go back to Cleveland. I seen some reports they were possibly thinking about getting Giannis too. I mean, I think this is definitely eye-opening to LeBron if he wants to finish his career out in Cleveland next year. It's very interesting, very very interesting. Um, but yeah, the Clippers are in full blow up mode. I honestly don't even know how it just happened out of nowhere. Like they turn their season around, they're winning some games now. They're winning some games now, but they decided to blow up the team. We'll get into the other trades here in a second, but uh, I think James Harden in Cleveland is going to be very very fun for sure. I think him and D Mitch is going to be scary for sure. All right, next one we got is Golden State Warriors are trading Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield to the Hawks for Kristaps. I'm not gonna lie, Warriors took a big fat L on this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kristaps Porzingis does not play games. He does not. He's had issues with his Achilles. He's had issues with his illness that he's got, knee issues. Kristaps doesn't play games. Now, if this was 2016 Kristaps, is a different story. This is older Kristaps who's had history of dealing with problems with injuries, illness now no one knows of. And I think the Golden State Warriors, I mean, I don't like this trade at all for the Warriors. We knew they were all in trying to get Giannis. Offered about 4 first-round picks, Draymond Green, Kuminga, and whoever else, probably Pods if they were trying to get Giannis. Obviously didn't work, so they shifted to get Kristaps. And I think they could have had a better route than trying to get Kristaps for sure. He just doesn't play, and that's what scares me for real for the Warriors. He doesn't play. And if I'm a Warriors fan, I don't like this trade at all. But, the Rockets, or sorry, not the Rockets, the Hawks getting Kuminga, I like, he's a guy who's shown he can ball, but Kerr never gave him the minutes. Steve Kerr never gave him the minutes or gave him the time to play. And I think it's good for Kuminga to get a fresh new start that he needs for sure. Um, but this one, I do not like for the Warriors at all. I do not like this one for the Warriors at all. And then this one shocked me today too. This one shocked me today too. Happened today, literally like 50 minutes before the deadline in. Clippers trading Zoo to the Pacers. Now the Clippers got in return. They got Benedict Mathurin and then 3 first-round picks, and then which is very interesting. Very interesting. They got 3 first-round picks for Zoo, but the pick that's very interesting. I'll show y'all right here. Um, Hold on, let me find this. So you see, Indiana is one of the worst teams in the NBA. The pick is protected if it's 5 through 9 for Indy, and if it's 5 through 9 through Indy, if they get picked 5 through 9, then the Clippers get a 2031 first round pick, but it's top 5 through 9 protected for the Pacers, which I think is a W for the Clippers. I mean, you can get a really good pick in this draft class. This draft class is supposedly, I mean, from what I've seen too, one of the best draft classes that we've had in a minute. I think it's a pretty stacked class. Let's see if you sim the lottery. Dallas winning them. Okay. So they would be 4. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the Clippers would get if they land a top 4 pick. If they land a top 4 pick, then the Clippers get that pick if I'm not mistaken. I know it's 5 through 9. I'm pretty sure it's 5 through 9 that's protected for Indy. So that's going to be really interesting for the end of the season. But Zoo with the healthy Tyrese Halliburton, I think is going to be pretty good. I mean, he's a good defensive big, good pick and roll player for sure. Obviously, everybody knows about his hooks. The guy's a dog. But I like it for the Clippers, I think, the most out of any team, out of the Pacers and Clippers. I think the Clippers win this trade. The picks in return are good. I think the Clippers actually did a good job in the trade deadline. I'm not mad at what they did. But yeah, I like that trade for the Clippers for sure. And last trade we're gonna talk about. This one I might be talking about for a minute. Lakers traded Gabe Vincent and a second round pick for Luke Kennard. Gabe Vincent and a second round pick for Luke Kennard. When I tell you, I am very glad Gabe Vincent is off my team. I am very glad Gabe Vincent is off my team. That guy is he's sorry. He's sorry. At the end of the day, he is sorry. Gabe Vincent is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't even think words to describe Gabe Vincent. He's horrible. But we had to give up a pick. We don't have any more second round picks to trade. I think we only own one right now. Um, but we can't trade. Uh, I like getting a shooter. Shoots 49% from the 3-point line this season. Best shooter in the league. But this does not fix the other holes in the roster. One of the worst defensive teams in the league. One of the worst defensive teams in the league, without a doubt. Um, and we got a guy who can't defend, you know. And he's really limited on his shots that he shoots. He only shoots about two and a half, three threes a game, somewhere in that range. But he's shooting at a high clip, 49%. So I mean, that's really good. Damn near half the time he shoots the ball, it goes in. Um, which we need that on the Lakers. Again, we're a team where miss the most wide open 3-point shots in the league. Luka and LeBron and AR create so much collapsing on themselves when they're going one on one with someone, and you know we just haven't had those shooters to help our guys out and splash down the three, knock down the three. But overall, I think any trade that we did today that got rid of Gabe Vincent is a good trade. I think it's a good trade at the end of the day, to get rid of Gabe Vincent. He was it actually saves us $500,000 in cap space. I seen, but yeah, I there's still so many holes in the roster that we did not fix, which I thought we would fix at the trade deadline. We have expirings of, well, we traded Gabe Vincent. We had expirings of um, Maxi Kleber as well, and then Don't Connect requested a trade. Why not trade? He gets no PT on the team. He brings nothing to the team. He brings nothing to our team. So I don't even know why he is on the team still. Um, I seen, I think Rob Pelinka wants to make a big trade in the offseason. We're not getting Giannis. I mean, if that's what he thinks, it ain't happening. Um, we do not have the assets to get Giannis. So I think we should have tried. We should have tried to get Wiggins. We should have got Wiggins. We should have tried to get Wiggins. That's who I wanted before the season even started. I want Andrew Wiggins on the Lakers, but we couldn't get the job done. Rob didn't want to trade the first round pick. He wants to save that for the offseason where we can trade 3 first round picks in the offseason. But there's just I don't know. Gonna have about 160 M's in cap space in the offseason, which will be good. I think Mr. Goat here, LeBron, I think he's gonna be leaving. I don't think the Lakers are gonna want to sign him for a big contract again. Um, I think the only way LeBron will be back is if he goes on a cheaper deal, which I don't see LeBron doing, unless somehow, some way, trade for Giannis, has a team with Luka, Giannis himself. Let's not forget, Austin Reeves is a free agent this offseason. Austin Reeves is a free agent this offseason. We haven't been able to build a good roster with the big three here with Bron, Luka, and AR, and AR is not even on a big contract. Just imagine what Rob Pelinka is gonna have to do when Austin Reeves is on a max contract with Luka. I don't know. I don't have much hope, but we'll see what Rob cooks. But sure as hell, this team is. We are not a deep playoff team. We are I'm gonna be honest. I think we're a first round exit. I mean, yeah, we got Luka Doncic, but our defense, we cannot stop. We cannot stop anybody. We give up way too many wide open threes. Good teams in the West who play in the first round can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? We cannot stop anybody. and adding a guy who cannot defend at all to the roster, it does not help at all in the defensive aspect of our team. But it definitely helps with the shooting wise. Better than Gabe Vincent, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's an interesting trade. I like it just because we got rid of Gabe Vincent, like I said. But it's an alright trade. It sucks. It's the only move we had, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to find something here. Um, yeah, hold on. So some names we got a list for on the buyout market. Well, hold on. These are old, bro. Some names I want the Lakers to get on the buyout market. First guy. I mean, I know I was just talking about how we don't have any defense, but if we get him for free, I do not mind that at all. Good guy to bring up the bench, help scoring, because our bench scoring is so bad. It is so bad. But now that we have AR and Bron and Luka back at the same time, helps a lot because once AR was out, once Bron goes out, Luka stays in. Once Luka goes out, Bron comes in, and then those minutes without both of them on the floor were rough. But now you can go through a period of having either AR, Luka on the floor with Bron out, and then you could have Bron, Luka on the floor with AR out. Just mix match, switch it up a little bit. Um, Usually Bron and AR are the two for real together. If Luka's out, but yeah, I would not mind getting Cam Thomas for free. It'd be very interesting to me. And then another person who I really wouldn't mind is this guy right here, Haywood Highsmith. I wouldn't mind getting him. We need 3-and-D guys, and he's we didn't trade for a 3-and-D guy, and he's the only one on the market who we can get for free. That's a 3-and-D type of player. um, he hasn't played ball all season. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't played a game all year. Um, so why not take a risk at him? It's better than nothing. I'd rather have him than Maxi Kleber. We still have a free roster spot open. So if we somehow got both Cam Thomas and Haywood Highsmith, I think we would have to release Maxi Kleber. Sucks we couldn't try to get rid of him. He was an expiring. I don't know how we didn't get rid of him, but it's all good. And Rob Pelinka we trust. But yeah, I wouldn't mind this free agent pickup in the buyout market at all. I think it'd be very interesting. But yeah, I'm just hoping the Lakers do something in the buyout market at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. Um, so we got Philly tonight. Hopefully, we beat Philly. It's in LA finally after an 8-game road trip. Finally back home. So it's good for the guys. So yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more. I'll be doing more reactions, live streaming, stuff like that. It's my first video, so I'm trying to get comfortable on here. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Peace.